Oh, have I got a spicy one for you today. Do you want to play Historic and win on turn 4 with something like 23 damage? I've got a combo deck for Historic and we're going to talk about it right now. Hello and welcome to the day. Thank you for spending your time with us. Welcome back to another episode of Jake and Joel Are Magic. I am Joel. We have got a historic combo deck for the ages for you. But first, if this is your first Jake and Joel Are Magic video and you want to stay up to the minute with the latest decks and strategy for Pioneer, Historic, Commander, Standard, and Brawl, you want to talk about MTG Finance news and specs, or you just want to watch us open some booster packs, make sure you hit that subscribe button before you leave. All right, let's jump over to the deck right now. This is it. This is the entire deck. It is Glint-Horn, Buccaneer, and Treasure Hunt. The entire thought behind this deck is run 53 lands, 4 Treasure Hunts, and 3 Glint-Horn Buccaneers. Glint-Horn Buccaneer, whenever you discard a card, Glint-Horn Buccaneer deals 1 damage to each opponent. Play that on turn 3. Treasure Hunt. Reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a non-land card, then put all cards revealed this way into your hand. Play that on turn 4. At the end of turn 4, all of the lands that you hopefully filled your hand up with before you hit a non-land card get discarded, dealing a ton of damage to the face. That's it. There's no sideboard. This is the entire deck, okay? It's a fun combo deck, I have to tell you. I played 4 games of it last night. I've played mini games, but I played 4 games last night. I went 2-2, best of 1. It's a very mulligan heavy deck. You want to mulligan. I mean, think about this. You only need 3 lands, a Glint-Horn Buccaneer, and a Treasure Hunt. So you can mulligan down to 5. And if you've got a Buccaneer and a Treasure Hunt in your hand, plus the lands, that's good to go. What you really want is, in your opening hand, a Buccaneer and a Treasure Hunt, okay? So that means you can aggressively mulligan. If 7 doesn't have it, go to 6. If 6 doesn't have it, go to 5. If 5 doesn't have it, go to 4. Because in 4, if you get Buccaneer, Hunt, and 2 lands, odds are you're gonna draw your 3rd land before you're able to play the Buccaneer, because you don't want to play Treasure Hunt until after the Buccaneer. And that's really it. It lends to some of the most aggressive openings and finishes that I've seen out of a combo deck. It's not super reliable. It's probably not ranked ladder competitive, but I gotta tell you, it's super fun. Let's get into some gameplay and I'll show you how it works. So this is an example of an opening hand from this that you're just like, ah, the gods smile upon me. You've got the Buccaneer in hand, you've got the Treasure Hunt. They play a Hero Precinct 1, awesome. We've got our 2nd land, we're putting it into play tapped, we're cool. We don't start until turn 3, we just play the Buccaneer, cross our fingers, our toes, our hairs, and our eyes so that we've got the Buccaneer in play and it doesn't get removed. And they play a turn 3 hero, they go ahead and Thought Erasure. Luckily we had drawn the 2nd Treasure Hunt. That is the thing with this combo. It's very fragile. It needs the pieces to exist, stay, and then happen. But you see right there, on turn 4, we're able to Treasure Hunt. We just start removing lands and our opponent immediately concedes, because why not? Look at this opening hand. So we've got a Glint-Horn Buccaneer. Sometimes this is keepable. We mulligan, we get a Treasure Hunt, and we keep it. This is probably a loose keep. You probably want to go ahead and go down to 5 or 4. Like I said, it's a very fragile combo. You want to get the pieces that are necessary in your opening hand as much as possible, because drawing them is not super great. See right there, on turn 2, you don't really want to be playing a Treasure Hunt, because the best it's going to hit is a Treasure Hunt, then you got a Treasure Hunt again. That's 2 of your hunts, and that's really like your finisher in this deck, you know? And so you still need a Buccaneer to resolve, hit the battlefield, and now we've got to draw one of our only 2 other hunts with a large chunk of our deck missing. We look across the battlefield and we've got some kind of Golgari graveyard thing going on. We can swing in with our Glint-Horn Buccaneer. At this point, if the opponent's paying attention, they probably know what's going on. So they're like, okay, so I need to kill the Glint-Horn Buccaneer, and make sure that that isn't present so that we can have a chance of winning this game. If all of our treasure hunts go away, or all 4 of the treasure hunts or all 3 of the Buccaneers go away, that's pretty much the ball game. We don't have another shot at that point. We need a Buccaneer to happen and a treasure hunt for more than their life as far as cards we have to discard. Right here, we're digging. We can attack with the Buccaneer. We can discard lands. It's still doing 1 damage at a time, but now we've got a Liliana to deal with. They're going to be able to kill the Buccaneer. Thank goodness we've got a second one in hand. So we're still kind of grinding. This is an example. I kept this one in here because it's an example of trying to grind the combo out instead of just having it in your opening hand, because that's not reliable enough for me. You want it to, have some kind of staying power. We're getting a little help I say, from the Crypt Breakers here, because the Crypt Breakers are costing them life at, but they can also draw cards off of it, which is very bad for us. And we just can't seem to find our other treasure hunt. So what we're going to do is take some damage here from this zombie attack. They've still got the zombies to tap and draw cards. We didn't top deck a treasure hunt. So we're going to go mountain or something. We're thinking about just saying good game and conceding, but you know what? Let's just give it a shot. We can Glint-Horn. It's got haste. If we attack and they don't block off, hopefully this trigger gets us the treasure hunt. Let's see if it does. It doesn't. So at this point, we get desperate. We go ahead and dig again because they're probably going to block with the Molder Hulk. There's no reason for them not to. And right, they got it. There was no chance for us in that one. Let's go to the next game. So in this one, and these are all best of 1s, by the way. This deck is not really built for best of 3. We mull once and we get Treasure Hunt and Glint-Horn Buccaneer in our opening hand. We can pitch them out and we don't care. We only need 3 lands, 2 red, 1 other, and as long as that other is a blue, we're good to go. We pitch the land to the bottom because we want to try and draw our other stuff so that our treasure hunt is as valuable as possible. And we want that to be as far down as possible. So if we can draw our other Buccaneers or draw our other hunts before we go hunting, then we have a better chance there. And look at this. This is just the nuts for this deck. We go Buccaneer. Turn 4, we're going to be able to hunt and hunt again. Right now, our opponent is, we're just crossing our fingers here that they don't have like Lava Coil. We get a little nervous because they're able to add 7 mana, but they play Immortal Sun, and at that point, we're like, oh, that's pretty much going to be GG. If we can't do 16 damage plus the attack off the Buccaneer for the last 2, then this is not the deck to be playing, especially with this hand. So we're going to go treasure hunting. They're going to think about it. We're going to have a chance to consider it. We draw a ton of cards. We're going to go treasure hunting again. They're going to consider it. We have a ton of cards in our hand. We pass. We have to discard 22. Turns out their life total is 18, and that is going to do it. Our opponent here is nice enough to at least watch it happen for a little bit. I don't think they let us pew them all the way down, but we get our 22. We have our 22 triggers on the stack. Whenever we discard a card, we get a nice yeehaw, buddy. So that's it. You see, sometimes you have it, sometimes you don't. When you do have it, it feels great. You sit there real on edge because you've got the Buccaneer. You play it turn 3, it doesn't get removed. You got your treasure hunt, you play it turn 4. You deal a ton of damage. I really appreciate everybody watching. If you've got any questions about the deck, I guess hit me up. It's pretty straightforward. If you've got a combo that you think we should cover in Historic, Pioneer, Commander, Standard, Brawl, doesn't really matter, send it to us. We would love to cover it. Like I said, if you wouldn't mind hitting subscribe before you leave, we really appreciate it. If you want to hang out with us, we've got a Twitch. You can hang out with us most Tuesday and Thursday evenings over there. We'll be streaming a lot of different formats. And if you want to support us further, we got a Patreon. The link is down in the description below. I'm tapped out. Catch you later.